The best of money matters. Under the radar.
You're listening to Money FM 89.3, and it's now time for a special on-the-go episode of Under the Radar with me, Chua Tian Tian, where we bring you on-the-ground reports of key business events, launches, features, or developers' days. And this time we're broadcasting from NRF 2025 Retail's Big Show Asia Pacific. Now, the event is held at Marina Bay Sands Singapore from now till Thursday, and we will be bringing you 3 under-the-radar conversations during this period. So in our first conversation, we want to give you an inside look into one of Asia's largest and most diversified conglomerates, Lotte Group, and in particular its retail arm. Now, the scope of Lotte Retail or Lotte Shopping, the publicly listed arm, it stretches rather wide, encompassing Lotte's departmental stores, supermarkets, home shopping unit, and e-commerce businesses, among others. And we want to find out all about Lotte Shopping's business verticals and the bright spots. Now, above that, Lotte Shopping is also an interesting company to look at, given how it appears to be actively expanding overseas. So the firm said in October 2024 that it aims to achieve 20 trillion won, or around $14.4 billion in sales by the end of the decade, with overseas markets contributing 3 trillion won to the target. Now, in March 2025, the firm said it would set up a business entity in the country, in Singapore, in the first half of the year. And true enough, soon after, it opened a Lotte Mart Express within FairPrice Extra VivoCity in May, marking its entry to the Singapore market via a store-in-store concept. But really, what opportunities can the firm tap by being in Singapore, and how far is Singapore the gateway to Southeast Asia? Well, for more, I've got with me right here on site Samuel Kim, Vice Chairman and Group CEO of Lotte Retail. Samuel, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Tian. It's a privilege to be here.
Well, great to chat with you. We've briefly talked about Lotte Retail and also Lotte Shopping being the publicly listed arm under Lotte Retail. So let's hear from you directly. How would you describe Lotte Retail, or for that matter, Lotte Shopping's value proposition, as well as the role it plays against the wider Lotte Group in terms of revenue contribution or strategic importance?
Well, thanks for asking. Lotte Retail Group, which I have had the privilege to lead since 2022 as the Group CEO. We have a vision that we have set across the broad range of retail you're talking about, from our department stores, shopping malls, grocery, to online and TV home shopping, appliance stores, and our fashion joint ventures with Uniqlo and Muji and others. But we all have a common vision of making sure that we become the customer's #1 shopping destination. So regardless of whether you're looking for fashion, luxury, or your daily grocery, offline or online, we always want to be on top of customers' mind. We have been able to lead our transformation efforts of really creating superior shopping experience for the past 3 years. And that have resulted in customers rewarding us with better market shares across all of our businesses, as well as with our premier shopping destinations that we have both in Korea, as well as in Vietnam and Indonesia, and now, as you mentioned, in Singapore as well.
We'll definitely talk more about overseas expansion in just a bit, but Lotte Shopping's business, right? If we look at Lotte Shopping on its own, it stretches across multiple business verticals, from departmental stores, supermarkets, home shopping, as you mentioned as well. So if I can try my luck here, which is the most important pillar or the business vertical within Lotte Shopping, and which are the verticals then with the greatest potential for growth right now?
Well, every one of my business unit CEO would say that their business is probably most important.
I'm sure.
I don't want to be playing that game, but our department store and shopping mall is the biggest contributor in terms of our profit to Lotte Shopping. So it plays a very critical role in continually helping us to grow. And in fact, our flagship locations in places like Myeongdong, where a lot of the Singaporean tourists are familiar with, as well as our Chamche location of our World Tower Shopping Complex. So over 58 million visitors last year alone. So that probably serves as one of our most critical pillars, as well as our grocery business, because obviously we need to be in everyday's shopping minds of our customers and daily grocery shopping. So our Lotte Mart, Lotte Supermarkets, and now Zeta, which is our latest e-grocery app, which we just launched in April. Those are probably some of the top contributors to Lotte Shopping.
Okay. But what is also very interesting about Lotte Shopping, its recent moves to expand overseas, be it abroad in Vietnam, Hanoi, with the Lotte Mall West Lake Hanoi, which was fully operational, I believe, in September 2023.
Right.
Or in other markets like Singapore, which we'll talk about later. But first things first, Lotte Shopping said in October last year that it aims to achieve 20 trillion won, or about $14.8 billion in sales by the end of the decade.
Yep.
Overseas markets will contribute 3 trillion won to that. Why is this the case, and how far has it got to do with sluggish domestic consumption in your home market of South Korea?
Unfortunately, the Korean economy has been suffering. But it also is, I think, the fact that the demographics are changing as well. Unfortunately, Korean population is aging faster, and which means that we have different set of customers that we need to serve. So in Korea, we're continuing to provide new ways of shopping and new ways of bringing customers to our stores. Of course, in places like Indonesia and Vietnam, where we have a very young, growing population, the proposition that we bring for Lotte Shopping is a big demand. And in fact, as you mentioned, in 2023 fall, we opened the Lotte Mall West Lake Hanoi, which has drawn over 10 million customers in its first year alone. So it's a premier shopping place which combines the best of our shopping mall, grocery, our movie theater, our aquarium, and 8 or 9 different of our Lotte Group subsidiaries all contributed to make this a wonderful experience for our customers.
I suppose you have also somewhat answered my next question as well, but I just want to further touch on that. Where do you think are the bright spots for expansion within Asia Pacific then?
Well, we certainly believe that the strong demands for K-beauty, K-foods, and everything about K these days with Southeast Asia customers, and Southeast Asia is a big opportunity for us. We'll continue to build on our base in both Indonesia and Vietnam. But of course, Singapore is the next gateway where we're investing so that we can be closer to the Singaporeans and providing the Korean experience they all demand and crave.
Well, you led me very well to my next question, which is Lotte's move to enter the Singapore market, Sam. I mean, in March 2025, the firm said it would set up a business entity right here in the first half of the year. And soon enough, it opened a Lotte Mart Express within FairPrice Extra VivoCity in May to mark its entry to the Singapore market, and that is via a store-in-store concept. So take us through what opportunities can the firm tap by being right here in Singapore. How far is Singapore the gateway to Southeast Asia?
Yeah. In fact, the Singaporeans is one of the top tourists coming into Korea, and of course, we know that Singaporeans love everything from K-drama to K-food. We have a great partnership with FairPrice, which is obviously the number one leader in grocery here in Singapore market. And we are able to bring our Lotte experience directly into VivoCity, and soon after we'll be also thinking about opening more stores, shopping shops, as well as actually providing all of our private label brands, both Yorihada and Good Today, across more than 120 FairPrice. So even if you're not at VivoCity right now, you could go to the nearest FairPrice and pick up our brand so that you can have that Korean experience at home.
Okay, I wasn't planning on asking this question, but I'll try my luck, right? How far is store-in-store concept your preferred mode of entry, and why is that the case? Where is the next store-in-store in Singapore?
Well, I think that's a work that we're doing with FairPrice, so that's a work in progress. But I think shopping shop, as we're doing, is a new creative approach to provide Singaporean customers both fulfilling the needs of daily shopping, which they get from FairPrice, as well as fulfilling their needs for Korean products, as I mentioned. And so it's a great concept, and it's a great partnership that can bring really a great synergy and scale for both FairPrice and Lotte Mart. So we look forward to expanding this model. To your point that you made, not only in Singapore, but as we start to work with other retailers around the region.
I see. Now, if you're just tuning in, we're in conversation with Samuel Kim, Vice Chairman and Group CEO of Lotte Retail. Well, Sam, I do want to briefly touch on the topic of AI adoption, because a recent report by Trend Hunter revealed that Lotte Mart has officially launched an AI-powered mobile application that's called Lotte Mart Zeta that is specifically designed for online grocery shopping. Now, what stands out to me, and I suppose to our audience as well, is how the app can come up with a fully customized cart in just 10 seconds. That's some next-level product recommendation. So tell us more about the feature and how Lotte Retail is adopting AI across its business units.
Korea, as you may know, has the highest penetration of e-commerce around the world. It's in fact officially crossed over 50%. So Koreans are very savvy and apt on online shopping. We developed the Zeta app in recognition that we can take all the personalized shopping habits and data that we have in our database and help them shop better, faster, and of course enhance their experience. So Zeta app now is providing a significantly more enriched, enhanced experience of helping to suggest products that customers may like, as well as actually for busy shoppers of actually completing their shopper basket in few seconds, as you say, so that they can go on with their lives.
Yeah, and beyond AI, Sam, I mean, Lotte Department Store had October 2024 said it would invest about $5.06 billion in shopping malls by the end of the decade to diversify its portfolio. What should we know about the expansion plans? What new formats can we expect out of Lotte Shopping? Do you see the value in physical shopping still?
Of course. Shopping is not about transactions anymore, but it's about experience because customers have so many different ways to shop from offline to online. So when they're shopping in our stores, we need to make sure that we enhance their experience and environment by providing something that they really want to invest their time. We're doing that, in fact, with a concept called Time Villas, which actually merges our best of our department stores, shopping malls, and premium outlets, so that we can provide best quality products, value, and of course service under one roof. Our first initiative in Suwon, which is a city about 30 minutes outside of Seoul, was our first effort of blending out department store and shopping mall, and the business is up 35% since we have started this new concept. So we look forward to opening more Time Villas, a new way to shop for our customers across Korea, as well as as we look at considerations of investments in Vietnam and Indonesia.
Okay. Now, aside from regional expansion, AI, store formats, Samuel, what do you think are the key trends bolstering the retail industry in the near term? Which will be the key drivers of growth for Lotte Shopping or Lotte Retail?
Yeah, we talk a lot about physical changes and technology changes, but of course what's also important are people. And I think it's really investing in the organization capability, helping to also work in a different way than before, particularly with the aid of AI, as well as setting up a culture that is healthy and agile so that our new generation will find continually exciting and rewarding to work with us at Lotte Retail.
All right, and let's talk about the NRF 2025. Samuel, day one right here. What do you hope to achieve by being at the show this year? What kind of information or idea exchange do you hope to foster?
It's great. I'm glad to be here and right at your shopping booth. I mean, as I look out, you can see the great booth of NRF, and of course, that's basically it. We want to make sure that me and my colleagues that are here to look at all the different new technology and new ways that retailers can enhance the experience for our customers. It's also a great opportunity to meet up with old friends and then see what they're up to and learn from their experience so that we can actually partner and build better retailing experience for everybody involved.
Okay, I'm just going to try my luck with this one. Do you expect the conversations at NRF 2025 to lead to new stores, new product launches, new market expansion moves by Lotte? Are you setting up meetings with the people who are involved or the people who could make this happen?
I would hope so. I think we come here, NRF is a premier gathering of all the retailers from around the world, and it would be a bit disappointing if we weren't able to walk away with some new ideas as well as potentially some new collaborations. So we'll be spending the next few days to make sure that we make those connections and connectivity. Even today, this morning, seeing some of the outstanding progress and AI, particularly in the areas of AI and technology, that the both vendors and potential supplier partners are bringing has been very fascinating.
Okay, and finally, before I let you go, give us a quick teaser on what people can expect out of Lotte Retail, maybe say for the rest of this year into the next.
Across all the different formats that we're looking at, it's all about enhancing customer experience. We're making a significant investment in the shopping format to enhance the environment, as well as in terms of all the different availability of global products that we bring. But also, I think behind all this is also the commitment we're making to the environment and particularly the sustainability side, because as the number one retailer in Korea, we need to ensure that what we do also helps to protect and help to bring out sustainability efforts. So we're continuing also looking out to ensure that we play good corporate community member in serving the public.
I see. Thank you so much for the insight, Samuel. That was Samuel Kim, Vice Chairman and Group CEO at Lotte Retail. And thank you so much for joining us on site at NRF 2025 Retail's Big Show Asia Pacific.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.